Hello and welcome to my next video. I'm going to show you how you can go on a small journey through a painting. We'll start with a painting by Paul Nash, and then I'll show you how you can transform that composition into one of your own. So you can do this with any of your favourite paintings. You can take a very classical painting or one that just inspires you, and you can use that form to create your own creativity or jumpstart your own creativity with that. The painting I've chosen is by Paul Nash. It's called Event on the Downs and it was painted in 1933. This is the same size as the actual painting. As you can see, it's a landscape in Britain with a sort of wooden structure and then either a cricket ball or a tennis ball, not sure which, and Paul Nash emphasised the yin and yang sign on the ball, so that's the harmony of feminine and masculine. So there are many layers to this painting. He was very interested in standing stones and prehistory, and this piece of wood is a bit like a standing stone within the landscape. In his other paintings you can see standing stones. I first came across this painting in an exhibition in London, the National Gallery, in 2018. It was curated by the artist Tasta Dean, and she had chosen paintings she'd put in her films. She'd got a song of a bird singing in one corner of the gallery, and the exhibition was called Still Lives. So it was about being contemplative, taking your time, and this painting just drew me in. And so I decided to sit down and do a pencil sketch. And whilst I was sitting down sketching, two women came into the gallery. There was just the three of us in the room, and they started moving one of the objects in the exhibition, just rearranging it. I didn't think much of it at the time. I was busy doing my sketch and just sitting quietly. Anyway, it was only later that I realised that it was actually Tasta Dean herself that had come into the gallery. So that felt quite sort of poetic in retrospect. Later I did this painting here, did a copy of the actual painting using colour. And there's something about the way he's used the composition. It's very simple and yet it's very complicated, and this strange cloud in the sky that could be another stone. So I decided to take this composition and play around with the colours and the forms. And one of the forms I chose were the circles that you find in prehistory on the cave walls and the stones. So in prehistory you find pebbles like this with red ochre markings on them, and here I've decided to create my own little copy. We don't know what they mean or why they were created, and I decided to incorporate these dots. This was the first image I did. So you can see I've used the red circles to replace the piece of wood and the cricket ball that comes from the Paul Nash painting, but I've kept the composition mostly the same. Here in this one I have echoed another sort of event, these round circles on the landscape. The other day I was looking at this painting again, and in the context of the pandemic it had a sort of feel of social distancing to it. There was a sort of resonance to it, to do with the situation we're in at the moment. And that's the interesting thing about art. Sometimes its meaning and form has a completely different sort of echo to it. It kind of has an evolution of its own. So here I've played around with the form again, using the Paul Nash painting as the inspiration. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. And please subscribe to my channel below, as that helps and encourages me to create the videos, and I hope to see you soon.